why I'm making this thing. Why the lawyer for Komfo Anokye, who is now petitioning the president, was a lawyer for the facility for almost 5 years.
So he's a former lawyer, he's not a lawyer.
Yes, he's a former lawyer. So for almost 5 years. Yeah. Then he only came to see the misappropriations and the incompetence of the CEO when his firm was not given the nod to continue after the contract to the hospital expired, right? Dave, you remember what they did to my good Professor Chumesi of NSA? All the things they said about Professor Chumesi, today, the same things are happening. Why are they quiet?
And Professor Chumesi was the original boss for the National Sports Authority.
Not the original boss. He was the DG.
The Director General.
The Director General of the National Sports
before
Authority.
Parliament and all that, yeah.
All manner of ridiculous things. To the point that this man lost a son. They didn't even show up for the funeral. When this man was leaving the university, he was the youngest professor in biotechnology and biochemistry. Ask anybody from KNUST, the integrity of Professor Chumesi. They fabricated all sorts of things, listened to one side of argument, and the president relieved him of his duty after his son passed, tragically. That's the same thing they started with Professor Chada Mensah. David, even the blind can see what is happening at Komfo Anokye.
I say we shouldn't use the blind word anymore. The visually impaired.
The visually impaired. David, even them can see what is happening at Komfo Anokye. Let's tell truth to people. This man has come. David, have you gone to Komfo? The last time I told you, I went to run some labs. David, when I was exiting the hospital, I said a small prayer to God. God, don't let anything bring me to this facility. David, I don't know the blocks. I've been there once in my life. You see this, and so I don't go. Those boy, alcoholic, that's what mothers are sleeping at the hospital. This man comes, makes this bold declaration together with Otumfuo, seeking to change the face of the hospital, and suddenly, we found excuses. I mean, let's stop these things, David. Some of these things we shouldn't even give it media attention. Unfortunately, the work we do, we report news. We have to report it. For me, yes, I agree. The president should investigate it. But David, when the investigation is also proving nothing, because when you read from I've read the boss, for example, about his Dubai trip. David, how can a trip be private when there's an amalgamation of health practitioners to talk about health things, where the presidential advisor on health was there, where the CEO of the Legon Medical Center was there? And David, this thing you can check on the internet. How is there a private trip? And David, is Komfo Anokye an institution said that one man can go to the bank and withdraw 300,000 cedis?
The workers' union in their response mentioned this.
And David,
management mentioned this.
These are Komfo Anokye doctors. You think that Komfo Anokye doctors are stooges of a CEO? The Komfo Anokye Pharmacists Association are stooges of a CEO? The Ghana Register, nurse Fosika, any idea nurse for. Dave, let's stop these things. For me, the gentleman, I don't work at Komfo Anokye, but David, even us in the media, the things we've seen them do, David, the state in which he came to see Komfo Anokye and the state we did today, they are not done with the renovation. But ask anybody who's been to the hospital in the last time, you can see some improvement.
You see a lot of improvement.
A lot of improvement. David, it's one appointed that no matter how government changes or government remains, he should be made to continue.
Let me tell you this. Let me say this on let me say this quickly. I'm getting emotional with this thing. You go to Komfo Anokye, they don't have enough dialysis machines, just like Accra. Yes. Because he is well connected, yes, because of his good works, because of the facelift he's bringing to Komfo Anokye, people are willing to donate. 5 or 8 now. Are donating dialysis machines to the facility. Yeah. I went to Accra last week. You know that there's a man who deals in hospital equipment, and I met with the man. Okay, the man comes up to me and says, "Oh, Charlie, I want to donate a dialysis machine to Komfo Anokye." So I had to call our friend Elliot Tano, yes, for him to engage with. You understand? So that they will know how to present or do the donation. The mechanism. When I went to this event that I said I was emceeing, somebody had come to donate a mammogram for the facility.
For me, sometimes
workers themselves are praising this man for his management skills. Workers of Komfo Anokye are praising this man. They are seeing the development and the changes.
Dave, you see, for me, Dave, it's shocking anybody. You know, I know Prophet Ochada Mensah, even when he was the vice dean of KNUST. I mean, check the man's record. And David, you see, when I read the petition, at a point, is this come from a lawyer? For me, yes, I agree. The president should invest. I'm not saying that.
Evidence.
I'm not saying the man is blameless. They should investigate it. But I'm saying that, David, some of the things being thrown at him, it's not fair. David, you see, Obia didn't home. That is there. It's a fact. This man has come. Look at the changes he's orchestrating at Komfo. David, see the things. The last time you opened the phone lines about Komfo Anokye, you saw how people dreaded even going there. Today, there's a certain momentum.
Right now, if you actually the phone lines right now, people will say they are comfortable going there.
Yeah.
No, how dare you go to Komfo Anokye as a nurse and hold your phone and whilst you're on duty? ANC. Basically, it's not like before. So there's a change, and somebody's bringing that change. Let's support this person to be able to function properly.
The things they did to Professor Chumesi, listen to one side argument. Well, look at the charge they're claiming Sam George. Listen to the footage. What happened?
Leveled against him.
What happened? You see, I don't know whether it's a thing against academia. When you go to a place and you want to effect change, then people within the system start sabotaging you and makes all sorts of accusations against you.
Allegations.
Dave, when the doctors were being uprooted, their quarters, who stood in for them? Let's stop these things. David, for me, Obia Ebony are fine, but these frivolous allegations and everything, or the plane could buy Dubai. Who could buy?
He signed 300,000. Is it 300,000?
Who could buy? David, you see, when you read about champions, the champion said something. One was being tried that for a 2-bedroom golf no pema, and was who here? Laced only with the wife. Who 2 years or pema? Where a charge petition.
Well, for us, what we're saying is, we cannot say just throw it away. We're saying let the presidency look into the matter. But I'm here, and I'm sure that
we shouldn't encourage. There are certain people, David. Me, I will even appoint myself as defenders of them. There are certain people, David. You can glean, you can see clearly they are working. David, I'm saying that.
You know one thing I like about, do you know one thing about his letter that I like?
What?
He was trying to paraphrase what the president said, and who
citizens said, and not we. Dave, I'm saying that. Even multimedia, can Jimmy Aglan single-handedly go to bank 300,000? How much more Komfo Anokye, the second premier tertiary facility you have in this country? Let's not entertain jokes.
Well, it is his right.
Oh,
so he decided to write to a president asking for the removal of it. Fine. He's writing it.
Have you read the statement of the Chief Justice together Jakpa in court? Let's not open Pandora boxes. David, I'm saying that. Why didn't he bring? You see, I hate people who have this saboteuring spirit. When he was there, the lawyer for the facility, what happened? In that 5-6 years, he was the lawyer for the facility. What happened?
All right, so let's end it here and talk sports.